kind of an unusual time for me to do my vlog, but I had a great experience this morning. I was doing some contemplation on one of Ili Chiaro's poetry about Advaita Vedanta, and was having a great time. And afterward, my mind was kind of in a very still place, and I played a game of cribbage on the iPad. A little odd, but my mind was still in a very interesting state of just kind of watching, being very aware of what the mind was thinking and the combination of thoughts that were arising and whatnot. And I had this image come very clearly into my mind that was a parable or a metaphor, really, for a container for all of the things that I've been thinking and learning for quite some time, actually. And so I was going to share it with you. And in my mind's eye, there was this dungeon. And within this dungeon, there was this seeming prison or jail cell that was there. And the ideas of future that we have was the warden of this little dungeon prison. And that it was this idea of the future being our desires, our plans, our hopes, our dreams, that those are the things that keep us in line or keep us, that kind of watch over our presence in this jail. And all of our attachments and aversions were the prison bars, were the bars that kept us in our locale within this prison. And knowledge, mental knowledge, relational knowledge, all knowledge between thought objects in the mind, is the lock on the door that keeps the door shut. And the teacher or the guru is the key to that lock. And in the cell, you are the air of the cell. And your body is the mode of your sentence, right? And so all of this play, this idea that it's your past attachments that enter into the moment of your mind and create your future desires, that keep you on the wheel of samsara, keep you going in that eddy of stuckness, that bondage, as it were. And you're in this cell, right? And the teacher, the key, right? And the learning or the knowledge, the mental knowledge is the lock in the door. And the warden being all of these ideas that just kind of watch over us and keep us in our place, keep us from being free. And the most interesting part to me is that the whole setup looks like you're supposed to use the teacher to find the key of this mental knowledge to unlock the door and find your freedom. But if you remember in this little scenario, who are you? You are the air. What air can be held by a prison? And so it's this knowledge of self, not mental knowledge, the knowledge that comes in the silence of the mind, the knowledge that is apparent only when all the noise of thinking and all the definitions of past and all the hopes of future are stilled and brought to a quiet point, to that peace that passes all understanding. It's only in that atmosphere that one knows one's true nature. And just in that knowing, not the knowledge of here, the relational knowledge between thought objects, but the knowledge of isness, the knowledge of who you are when nothing is telling you what you are. In that knowledge is freedom. You are the air. The prison never held you. The warden never watched over you. The dungeon never contained you. The darkness never prevented you from your freedom. You are the air. You have always been free. Though the illusion of bars and locks and keys and wardens and dungeons are all there, you and your nature are ever free. And this is the way to freedom.